Where are you from?
In the way I understand it, it doesn't make sense.
Lived to 101 years old.
That was over multiple suites. A funeral home.
Funeral home, though. A funeral home.
The second picture has a dark mask and a thing that scared an employee so much that they quit on the spot. What would the coincidence be that it would make a sentence?
Exactly.
Yeah. We are going to Abney Hall in Greenwood, South Carolina.
Why are you wearing that and filming? What is that? What?
We're going to a wedding. Well, I'm wearing this because I gotta get ready. And my hair, I gotta curl my hair. We gotta get ready, okay?
Okay.
We're going to a wedding at this place. And when I was looking at it online, I looked at it and I was like, that place looks haunted, okay? And I'm gonna bring my spirit box.
You're wearing
Okay, well, what are you wearing?
my pajamas.
I haven't looked up too much information about it. We're going to do a little bit more dive here in a minute. It was originally built in the 1700s, and it burned down to a fire. Now, I don't know much about this fire. Yeah, fire. Now, I don't know if it was an accident fire, if it was a mysterious fire. Like, I don't know anything about it. I'm going to look into that a little bit more. I know it's spooky. And then when they rebuilt it in the 1800s, that's what's still standing today, except obviously they've done renovations because that's an old-ass building. I don't know what kind of land it's on. Well, residual energy, when you build stuff and you redo it, the residual energy don't like it. So we're gonna go and see, is this place haunted? And have a wedding.
It was built in 1961. Abney Mills was the largest textile mill in the world and owned by the Abney family. And Brother Abney passed away before this house was even finished. So Josephine Abney, with her infant son, moved into this house in 61 and lived here, loved on it, and entertained here. But she lived to 101 years old.
Oh.
Wow. Passed away this past 2020, July of 2020.
Oh, wow.
But she left it in a trust because she said she wanted to go on entertaining people and to share it with people. And she just didn't want to just leave the house to what if, you know, she said.
Abney Hall is the residence where Miss Josephine B. Abney lived. She and her late husband, John Sidney Abney, also known as Brother Abney, built this house in 1962 in Greenwood, South Carolina. John Sidney Abney is the son of John Pope Abney, who was the founder of the Abney Mills. This magnificent house is a little over 15,000 square feet and sits on 500 acres of beautiful land. Miss Abney is a Greenwood native, was a lifelong philanthropist who devoted much of her time and effort towards supporting educational institutions, hospitals, charities, and other noble causes. Always quick to smile, Miss Abney possesses a sense of humor and wit that often caused her friends, family, and audience to feel like no choice but to smile too. She lived a long and meaningful life until the age of 101. The goal of the Abney Hall events is to honor Miss Abney by having customers enjoy the land and property of Abney Hall for their special events.
So we found out that this place is actually not the Abney place that we thought it was. We thought the Abney place the Abney place that we found and we looked up was in London, England. This is a different Abney Hall. Not England. It's different.
Although our event was not located at a haunted place, we found out that our hotel was a historical inn, which that knowledge opened up a new door for this adventure. So we got some new information about where we're staying. So Abney Hall is where my cousin's wedding is, but where we're staying is an inn, and it's a historical inn. Naomi, you want to talk about that a little bit?
I went on the website to see like if it said anything about like it being like historical or something, and the first thing I read was it was a 2-story building and then a small 1-story building, and there were like some businesses there, and they include a funeral home, a grocery store, a furniture store, and a garage.
A funeral home.
Funeral home, though. A funeral home. I mean,
like it's a building full of death and sadness.
yeah. And then remaining faithful and original architecture and the historical integrity.
Which means they don't want to renovate it.
They don't want to renovate it.
I thought we were staying in like,
Right? Like just a regular hotel.
a normal hotel. Like
And
a
this says
Hilton or Comfort Inn. Like I didn't know we were staying in a historical place either.
And this says that the two buildings, they like put it together, and the lobby of the hotel is the alleyway that like didn't keep the buildings together.
That's crazy.
John Huffman purchased the inn in January 2005, as Huffman would soon find out he had a ghost. They named this ghost Bill because they don't know anything about him, how he died, where he came from, or who it is. This ghost Bill likes the Weather Channel, prefers scotch, and gets a little testy when things don't go his way. While Bill is the most known spirit at the inn, there have been other ghost sightings, including a little girl and a thing that scared an employee so much that they quit on the spot. Common things Bill will do is bang on locked doors, mess with the shower heads, flicker lights, unravel toilet paper in locked rooms, and move chairs in the bar. More of the inn's history includes being vacant in 1970 until 1985, when the property would be purchased and built into the inn. There are at least 17 businesses that were located in the buildings over the years, including a garage, furniture store, grocery store, and a funeral home.
Is this place haunted?
Yeah, Jessica, I just was trying to make a rapport with her, and then you're going to ask if it's haunted.
We do have a ghost. His name is Bill.
She's so excited.
He normally hangs out in the bar.
And you're old enough, Jessica, but Naomi's not.
Our bartender Rick can tell you lots of stories about Bill.
Okay,
She's gonna
we'll have to go meet Rick tonight.
We were having a private conversation quietly between her and I. You're talking about, is this place haunted?
I just need to know, okay?
So we did find out that this place is haunted. It may actually contain a ghost named Bill. And we need to talk to Ricky the bartender. Because he has many ghost stories about Bill. That's what she said downstairs. So we'll definitely have to go talk to Ricky. And then we need to do a little bit more research on the Abney Hall because we are going there. But first we have to get ready.
After a wonderful night at the wedding, we get back to the inn in search of Rick the bartender for more answers.
I wanted to know if you thought maybe this place was haunted or had a ghost or anything like that.
It does.
It does?
It does.
Do you have any
I do.
Oh? Oh.
Let me see if I can find it. Hopefully nobody took my coffee.
Oh,
Let me make a copy for you. This is my
Oh, really?
only one.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Have you had your own experiences with
I actually did tonight.
Oh my gosh, did you actually?
They're friendly. They're
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah. They're not scary or anything.
No.
Yeah, he was rattling the shower door when I went up there, and just kind of
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
That's so...
Good morning.
Yeah.
Is it morning already?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me that.
Is there a certain room that you think is the most active, or?
No, I don't. What room? Oh. Yeah, this will tell you everything.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
That's cool.
I do ghost hunting stuff, and my cousin just got married, so we were staying here for his wedding.
And,
yes. So when we looked at this place, I was like, oh my gosh, this is historic.
Yeah.
We saw that it was a funeral home at one
It
point,
was, yeah.
and what else was? I forget exactly.
It was a grocery store. It was a furniture store. It was a car auto. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of things. But that over there was where the horse and buggy were for the funeral home. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's in there, but
Yeah.
there sometimes they're like a ball rolling, it's a little girl rolling a ball. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's all in there, yeah, you guys.
Have you had an experience?
Now see, Bill you'll read about Bill. Bill's our little barmaid.
Okay.
He's barfly, yeah.
So Bill is the one they would probably tell
I think
us
someone
about.
was,
Yeah.
You can hear him banging on the doors at night in the bar.
Yeah. He like rattles the glasses. If it gets really crowded in here, he doesn't like it, so he starts acting up.
Have
He'll
you
flicker the
ever
lights.
communicated with Bill? Like
I
talked
tell
to
him
him?
stop it.
Because
Ooh.
Have you seen this before?
No,
So this is called a spirit box, and basically what it is it sweeps radio frequencies at a certain speed,
Okay.
and they say that spirits are able to communicate through that. So I brought it because I was like, oh, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Would we be allowed in the bar? If not, that's fine. I get it. I'm just gonna sit there and talk with if that's okay. You can join if you want.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you want to join in?
no, I'm going home.
Okay.
I've been here since like 2:30. So.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, you're tired.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I had to go up and get a remote, and it was 2:22, and all of a sudden it was like the shower door started rattling, and I'm like, all right, Bill, stop it. And then I was like I went to turn the light on, and it rattled again, but it wasn't moving.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing. So I shut the door, and as soon as I shut the door, he rattled it again.
Oh wow.
So, yeah,
Oh yeah,
so-
he was definitely letting you know you were
He
there.
sure was. He
Yeah.
was being a little brat. But yeah, if it gets really crowded, he does kind of have a fit.
Yeah,
But,
it's his space.
yeah, if you wanna get in the bar, that's fine. I definitely.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
No problem.
Have you done something like this before?
But I wish you guys luck though.
Thank you.
Just let me know when you guys are done.
I will, thank you. Oh my gosh, it's perfectly dark. You just want to sit here?
Okay,
so
well, it was on 15, but
they
I was
let us
recording
in
the conversation.
They let us in the bar.
A lady up front, as you saw, she gave us this paper. So we're gonna read through it. Let's see. The hotel was pretty run down. Oh, this was purchased in 2005. It's one thing to be haunted, Huffman said, but I have probably the world's most defective ghost. Bill is the ghost name. We can go through this another time.
Yeah. So we're gonna be
I also
using
have
this
this picture.
spirit box.
So I have my spirit box here with us. I'm gonna turn it on. They were very nice of us. Very nice of them to let us in the bar to do this. Okay. Before I do this though, if there's any spirits here, if they want to come over here, we have a device that lets us talk to you. I'm gonna turn it on in a second. Especially the spirit named Bill. We hear that you are around here, so if you would like to come and communicate with us, we have this device. If you want to come here. Let me see it's speaking. Alright. Is there any spirits here that would like to communicate with us?
What that's doing?
They said, yeah, I'd like to, or... For those who don't know how the spirit box works, this device sweeps across radio frequencies as you can see in this clip. It switches to frequencies at a fast rate. It is said that spirits can talk over these frequencies, and every time you hear the ch-ch-ch-ch noise, it's changing the frequency. To prove it is not a radio station being picked up, the radio would only be picked up on one specific frequency, and this voice is captured over multiple sweeps.
What that's doing?
They said, yeah, I'd like to, or...
Bill, are you here with us?
Is your name Bill? You come over here. Sit at the table.
Yes. He said yes. Did you hear that?
Come on.
I want to point out that Naomi and I had no idea that our dad could sense these things like this prior to this investigation. We think this is super cool and very compelling that we capture a voice responding yes to exactly what my dad was sensing and saying out loud. Are you scared?
I don't bite.
I'll move over to you.
Yeah, I'll
No, see, you just want to have a chat.
Yeah.
We'll give you whatever time.
What's your favorite place or what's your favorite room in this place? Over the next few minutes, we capture no more voices on the spirit box. You just have to come sit here. Yeah, I can put the light on. Spirits? Did you hear that? It said
Yes.
spirits?
You can take power from our phones if you need energy. You can drain our batteries and use the energy from our phones.
How did you die? Are you human? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you? Where are you right now? Where are you from?
That was clear. What did that say?
That was over multiple sweeps.
What year were you born?
My voice. If there's any spirits here, I'd like for you to come and speak into this red light and this white light, into this box. What's your name?
I don't think someone knows spirits. You have to talk to them like the people, like they're still alive.
Right. Especially if they don't know that they died.
Yeah. Important? What that
I
said?
don't know.
It said,
Hey, Bill. How old are you? Do you feel frustrated that you can't communicate with people? Like they don't know you're there?
And you should come and take a picture over this way.
Where's my camera? Go grab it, Naomi. The camera won't focus over that way. It's trying to... Where do you think it is? Where are you feeling?
Sitting on it.
You think it's sitting
sit
on
on you? How do I take a picture?
You just press this button right here, look. It won't focus. It's trying to... Bill, can you smile? My camera is trying to focus on something in between you and that lamp. I have this happy little camera.
I don't feel them anymore.
No. Bill,
Still focused now?
It's focused now. After you don't feel it.
Bill, were you near my dad just now? Was that you, Bill?
This camera that I'm using is very low quality. And I like to carry around low quality cameras on investigations because the shutter speed is slower, the rendering is much slower, and it's able to pick up things that our new age, quicker technology camera will miss over sometimes. Sometimes with our newer cameras, it's so fast when it captures, it misses some details that are quick, like a shadow figure or a ball of light or an orb. With a lower quality camera, it is nice to have on hand to just take quick pictures like this so it doesn't miss anything. Take a look at these 3 pictures I took back to back to back. 1, 2, and 3. The second picture has a dark mass circled here. It's not in the picture before or the picture directly after. I don't have an explanation for this darker mass, but I took these pictures right after my dad said he felt something and to take a picture. Not only that, but my video was not focusing on him. Whether it's paranormal or not, it is definitely weird. I can't really say that this is paranormal, but it's definitely something that is unexplained. It's up to you to decide if you think this is a coincidence or not. Here's also the pictures with a higher exposure. I think I've heard a few things, but...
Yeah.
But
So
It's a little.
It's a little like hard to hear and like.
Yeah.
Getting some like.
Probably that thing.
Getting a little
But-
bit of radio frequency.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Well, since they know you.
Do you want to try to
spirits
communicate?
Know you here? Would you want to ask some questions? Do you mind being on camera or anything like
What do I ask them?
that?
I never talked to them.
Yeah. So we say things. Let me turn it off for a second. So we say like, "Oh, Bill, are you here with us? Can you give us a sign?" We asked, "How did you die?" If there was an event that happened that you remember.
We heard that he was sick and was trying to make it to the train tracks and didn't make it
Okay.
and died. That's the story we heard.
But you don't know.
How long ago?
Oh no, that I don't
Long
know.
time ago.
Yeah, early 1900s. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how they talk. Thank you. Is that
Thank
what
you,
it
or
said?
hey, or something. Yeah.
He's being shy now.
Is he usually shy or
Sometimes, yeah.
funny? I think I heard funny.
Funny or something like
Not
that.
funny, Bill.
You thought it was funny.
Yeah. Bill, are you funny? Bill, are you here in the bar having a drink?
The lighting is like messing with my camera. But that's it.
Like doing a prank show, huh?
Can you move a chair? Turn off the lights?
I'm stopping this for a second. There's something else. There was just a big energy shift. I felt cold for a minute on this shoulder. And I took selfies, right? Because I felt something on my shoulder. I need to know, you need to tell me right now, are you from the right or from the left? I demand you to tell me right now. Right.
What does
Did you
that
hear
mean?
that? It said
It said
right.
right.
Bill, is there something keeping you from speaking?
Huh? You?
Why you?
Because I'm a guy.
Because you're a guy. Does he not like guys?
You gotta be around women.
This proves that everything that my dad was sensing is correct. Earlier, we heard the spirit box say,
Camera.
but we had no idea what it said until I started editing. I think we might need to regroup and think about this for a minute. I definitely think there's something. There's like,
He was
have
sitting
you
at
always
the.
been able to feel things? I know you felt it when I had that thing in my room.
That my hair started standing up. That first time when I told you to take a picture over here, I feel like you was sitting on me.
When
Like
you.
you wanted to sit in the chair, but I was here. I don't feel anything anymore.
Maybe if we go back upstairs, because when we were upstairs and you guys were getting ready, me and Jessica was like at a thing and we were like, how many spirits are here, or something like that, and it said either like
I think it said 7.
7 or like 18, like it said some sort of number. So maybe there's something upstairs too.
We do it again in our room for a little bit.
You want to go there now?
After a quick debrief and a weird change of energy, we decide it's time to go upstairs and head to bed. Hello?
Hello.
I'm here with Landon, our audio and video specialist. We're going to go over a few pieces of evidence that we captured with Landon and to see if there's an explanation or what he thinks. First, I'm going to go over this voice we caught on the spirit box. I asked if there's any spirits here that would like to come and join. I think it says I'd like to join, but I didn't know if maybe that's what you would hear. I can replay it over and over again if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, do that. I'd like to put it in a software. In order to get anything really from the waves, I'd have to put in some sort of a spectrograph.
I won't normally be sending you spirit box things. I have an EVP recorder, right? So like a digital voice recorder, I would be sending you those files because that's a lot easier to break down. But I didn't bring my digital recorder here. I just brought my spirit box because I didn't think we would get anything. It was just like a test run. But it turned out that everything that happened just kind of worked out perfectly. So you can see here, this is the ch-ch-ch-ch-ch, right? So
Yeah.
each one of these is the radio, is the sweep. you pick up a radio signal, it would just be in this one little ch. But this voice is something, even if it doesn't say I'd like to join with whatever you might think it says, it's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Do you have like any explanation as to why this voice would be captured over multiple sweeps if it's, you know, because they're radio?
The only thing I could think, if it's not doing it to a too extreme degree, and it would go back and forth between 2 a few times in a row, but if it does just randomly go everywhere, that it's possible, but very unlikely that would be the case. But I don't exactly know how like actual spirit box function in that way.
It goes in order, so let's say it starts at 88.0, then the next ch would be 88.1, and then this one would be.
Does it ever go backwards?
You can either select it to go straight forward or straight backwards. It will never go back and forth.
Yeah, then across that many, I don't see how it could. Because I know radios, generally when you're on one frequency, if you go a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, you can still hear it a little bit, but not like a channel away. But there is also the possibility that it's 2 things meshed together. But
what would the coincidence be that it would make a sentence?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so in this clip here, we're asking, where are you from? Where are you from?
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, that seemed clear. North Carolina. See, I don't know if I'm not an expert in terms of like spirit box type stuff and like ghost hunting stuff, but it logically, in the way I understand it, it doesn't make sense that it would be doing it like this if it was not something else.
You can't really see it if you're looking at it, right? Like I said, it's not a defined shape, but like on the camera, if I go 1, 2, 3, there's definitely something there, but I just need your opinion on it.
Yeah, go do it again. There's one key detail about the location where you filmed that I saw earlier that makes me think I might know why. And it's the flickering light.
Okay.
That's just something I saw earlier. That's the only thing I could see that could explain something like this. But it is very compelling that he said he felt something.
Yes, and we took a bunch of photos of him sitting there, like, so I have the 3.
So is it just that one?
Yeah, it's just that one. But yes, the light was definitely flickering.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
but other than that, I can't think of anything else that would explain that.
So yeah, it definitely could be the flickering lights. Just why just the one and not the other?
Yeah,
pictures?
Exactly. That's the big thing.
But that's why I said I would leave it up to you and whoever watches this, like up to them to decide, you know, if they think this is paranormal. So what was something that you felt about the bar? Like what was something you felt in there?
I felt like at first, like when we went there, I was like, oh, okay, like I didn't feel anything. But then once we like started like getting towards the end, I felt like sad. Like there was like something like sad that was like on my heart.
What I think is very compelling is when we said, where are you from? And we get a clear North Carolina, which we were in Greenwood, South Carolina. So it wasn't that far. Something that kind of resonated with me is I said I felt like an energy on my shoulder, and in that paper, remember we got that paper and we didn't read it because it was a lot of pages. We didn't read it until we went back up into our hotel room, and I was skimming through it, and something in the paper, it says, oh, Bill plays a game, like when the bar's open, they play a game where Bill will go up to someone who's never been to the bar before, tap them on the shoulder, and they'll look like, oh, who was that? And the people who have been to the bar and go to the bar regularly, they laugh because it's a little game Bill plays on, like, oh, who's Bill gonna tap on the shoulder tonight? So I thought it was really interesting, and I felt this energy around my shoulder, and then I read that in that paper that he taps people on the shoulder. There was a story in the paper that said that a girl a bartender was bartending, and this older gentleman came up, ordered scotch. She went, made him the drink, put it down. He said thank you. She went to go do something else, and when she came back, no one was there, but the drink was still there.
There's a lady that used to work there, and she saw like this figure type thingy, and she saw it, and then like she like quit on the spot.
They described it in the paper as
a thing.
The thing.
The thing.
I didn't feel any kind of energy like that would have a thing.
When we were walking up to our hotel room, when we were on the floor and we like turned that corner, I saw like a shadow. It was like weird. Like I saw it out the corner of my eye though.
There was some times where we used the spirit box where we weren't filming when we first got there before we got ready for the wedding. We went into the hallway. Now, as you could see, the alleyway of the lobby, it just went up and it was a big square. And I said, like, I feel like I could get lost up here. It felt like you were in a mirror maze.
Yeah, like it was the same thing, like
Disoriented.
repeated, like over and over again.
Like you could probably keep walking around, did not realize that you've been walking around for so long. It did feel very confusing up there. We pulled out the spirit box and we asked, like, how many spirits are there?
It said like 18
right?
or something like that.
And then we
like,
heard 7.
Yeah.
And so the paper also said the third floor people don't really like the third floor because the energy shift and they see spirits up there all the time and stuff like that. I was also going back through the footage, like in the moment when we're using the spirit box and we're getting these answers, it doesn't really hit you at first. Like in a spirit like this, like if you're at a more demonic place and you're getting different kinds of answers, yes, it may hit different. Mm-hmm. But when you're at a place like this where you don't know if it's really truly got a spirit or anything like that, and I'm going back through the footage and the answers we got made sense. We might have to go back one day and revisit, because if they've been living their whole spirit life
and
not
that was their first time
communicating,
communicating with somebody,
they might have not known how to interact that well. I also wish I brought more equipment, so I thought that it would just be fun if we brought my spirit box. Because I don't use the spirit box in my house, I don't use it in her house. We don't welcome that stuff in our space, and I think that's very important, that you don't allow that stuff in your space. So I just brought my spirit box and the camera for
just
fun.
To, like, see, yeah.
But I wish I brought my recorder and my K2 meter. But the spirit box really was compelling, and that was really nice. And next time I'll bring headphones and we'll do the Estes method.
I feel like there was more than just Bill there too. Like, because we were, like, if Bill was a shy ghost, I don't think he would have replied as much. Mm-hmm. But we were getting, like, answers, like, multiple times. So there was probably, like, another, like, thing there.
I don't know if I'm going to include this in the documentary or not, but at the end when we were walking out of the bar, this woman came out and was like, it's all fake, it's not real, my mom made it up.
Made up that story. My mom made it up, actually. She's a real surgeon. It's fake.
Go ahead and read everything.
And I don't think that lady that was telling us all this stuff about Bill, I don't think that was her mom. I think she was talking about something else. But the paper we got, it's a paper you can find online about the guy who bought this building in 2005. He talks about his ghosts and stuff like that. So I don't know what she mean made up, but also if this was made up, we wouldn't have gotten the responses we did at the spirit box. She also says the lights flicker like that all the time.
The lights don't flicker because the wiring is bad. I've seen it way spookier places.
Do you have any stories here? About any ghosts?
Oh, I have many stories back here, just none of them involving ghosts. Only when used as a marketing ploy. That's it.
Yeah, we didn't think that the lights flickering were any of the spirits. We knew it was an electricity problem. Like,
they even said, like, the lights flicker like that sometimes, like,
before we went in there. I'm not going to sit here and say that the ghost flickered the lights. So for her to be like, the lights flicker all the time, that wasn't ghost. Okay, we didn't say it was ghost.
Say it was ghost.
She had an attitude, and then I asked if she had any ghost stories, and she was like, she like stomped her feet and she's like, well, I have stories, but not about ghosts. My mom's a real estate agent. It's a sales tactic. I feel like more people would be like, oh, the house is haunted, I'm not going to buy the house, rather than, oh, I'm going to buy the house because it's haunted. So I don't know what she was getting at, but I think she was like mad at us. The next morning I woke up and we pulled out the spirit box and was like, hey, Bill, you there? I had my Stitch jacket on and I said, hey, Bill, do you like my Stitch jacket? And we both heard it clear as day through the spirit box. Yup. It's compelling when you get answers that directly correspond to you, and there's no way it could be radio. Like, why would the radio
like you would
say North Carolina over different sweeps? It would have said it in one, but it said it over, you know? That's compelling. See you at the cemetery.